The anatomy of target selection. How identity thieves pick you before they ever reach out to you. You've probably never wondered why identity thieves picked the person they picked. Most people assume it's random, a number generator, a leaked spreadsheet, bad luck.
But it is almost never random. There's a quiet, methodical process that happens long before anyone ever reaches out to you. By the time you get that first suspicious text or email, the decision to target you was already made, sometimes weeks earlier. This is the part almost nobody sees, because it doesn't look like a crime while it's happening. It looks like scrolling. Here is how the funnel actually works. Phase 1 is harvesting, also known as the open source intelligence trap. The first stage isn't hacking, it's harvesting, pulling together publicly available pieces of a person's life that individually feel completely harmless. This includes things like a birthday mentioned in a celebratory post, a hometown listed in a bio, a pet's name used as a caption, or a workplace displayed on a profile. None of that feels like a security risk when you post it, because none of it is a password. But this is a well-documented category of technique called OSINT, or open source intelligence. It is used legitimately by investigators and illegitimately by actors looking for targets. The uncomfortable truth is that someone building a target list isn't looking for the most guarded person. They're looking for the most complete public picture, the person whose life is easiest to reconstruct from the outside. Reconstructing that life is 90% of the work needed to eventually impersonate you or guess your security questions. Phase 2 involves the bulk dataset filter. This involves something that has already happened to almost everyone: data breaches.
Billions of records, including emails, usernames, and partial account details, have been exposed in breaches over the past decade, often from companies you have never even heard of. Because of this, target selection frequently isn't about a specific person at all. It is about a specific list. Breach data gets compiled, cross-referenced, and sorted. Bad actors then move down that list systematically. This means a huge number of people become potential targets, not because they were singled out, but because their email address happened to sit inside a dataset floating around the dark web. Phase 3 is the ultimate filter, the response rate. This is the one fraud analysts describe as the most important filter of all. It is not about who has the most money or the weakest security. It is about who is most likely to reply. At scale, scams are structurally a numbers game. Most people don't respond. They delete, ignore, or block. So the entire system is built around casting a wide net and then narrowing in on whoever engages at all. If you reply to a suspicious message, even just to say, "Who is this?" or "Stop messaging me," you have just revealed the most valuable piece of data. There is a live, attentive human on the other end of that connection. That single response moves you from an anonymous entry on a list to a confirmed, active target. Fortunately, the protective habits that actually matter are incredibly simple, precisely because they interrupt this funnel at the stage where it is cheapest and easiest to stop. First, audit your public footprint. You don't need to disappear from the internet, but be aware that scattered pieces of personal info add up. Never use security questions built around information you've posted publicly, like your first pet, childhood street, or mother's maiden name. Second, check your leak status. Use free, legitimate tools run by security researchers, like Have I Been Pwned, to see if your email has appeared in a breach. If it has, change your passwords, and enable two-factor authentication. Third, starve the funnel with zero engagement. Treat unsolicited contact as something to verify independently. If FedEx or your bank texts you with an urgent link, do not click or reply. Go to their official website and contact them directly. The bottom line is simple. By the time someone reaches out to you, a quiet selection process has already happened. It was built on what you've made public, what has leaked, and who is likely to bite. Understanding this process doesn't make you a target. It makes you a much harder one to reel in.